This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. GW's here at Miniature Market, and it's time to talk about some of my favorite games of all time. Well, one that is in my top 5 and will always be there is, of course, a GW game. Actually, my top 5 consists of 3 games that are from GW, but we'll save that for another time. Right now we're here to talk to one of them that are in that top 5, and that is Space Hulk. Now that you can get this at Miniature Market, this is probably one of the greatest games ever, and I love it. So we're going to take a look at it. Let's head down to the table and take a peek at Space Hulk. I'm not going to show you every single rule there is or every component in here, but I'm going to tell you this is some of the most beautiful stuff you'll ever see. First of all, these tiles are embossed, which are just beautiful, and look at the thickness on those. You're not going to find any other tile on the market this thick. You get high quality stuff. I mean, this stuff you can do just about anything to it, and you can see how thick this is just for the board. You can't even bend it, which is just pretty much awesome. This is your command point tracker, and also it tracks bullets and stuff like that, and a couple other things. I'm going to show you a couple of the books that you get with it, and you get this beautifully detailed rule book. As you can see, this gives you a little bit of a picture of everything that comes in the box. Just absolutely everything explained, full color. They even count up 28 corridors, 11 rooms, just so you can do just about anything you want with it. And of course, our mission tracker, a ton of tokens, which we'll talk a little bit about, but like I said, we're not going to cover everything in here. We're just going to give you a quick gist of how everything works here. It actually comes with a timer too. That's something that we'll talk about a little further. But not only do you get a good rule book, but you get 12 beautifully laid out missions, which helps you walk into the game. As you can see, the first one, which is Beachhead. And if you're not familiar with Space Hulk, there's video games. This game has been around for forever, and it's probably just one of the greatest games that you'll ever see. As you see, exterminate, and it just goes on, and you get a ton of missions in here, which are just, and some lore, which is always important, knowing the background of this just fantastic universe. So let's take a look at the game itself. Now, as you can see, I have a couple things laid out here, so we're just going to talk very quickly about what the Space Marines can do and what the Gene Stealers can do. Now, the most important thing is that for the Space Marines, in their turn, they get a command phase, and what they'll do is roll a die, and they will get that many command points in addition to use with their normal points. They can be assigned any way they want. Okay, you have of course your Terminators, and each one of those has 4 action points, so they will take an entire turn. To move costs 1 action point. So if they were able to move here, say they moved 1, 2, 3, they can move to a door. A door costs an action point to open. Firing costs 1 action point, unless it's a heavy flamer, which would cost 2. Heavy flamers you can read up on. They are a little more detailed. Now, on the Gene Stealer's turn, what happens is they have a reinforcement phase. They come out as blips. If they cannot be seen by the Space Marines, they come in as a blip. Once they cross a path, they are turned over and exposed. In this instance, 2 Gene Stealers come out. Now, a blip has a movement of 6, has 6 action points, and Gene Stealers also have 6 action points. So in this case here, let's just say that they've come around and they've been exposed, and they are moving towards our guy here. Now, as they're moving, if they have a thing called sustained fire, they can fire at the Gene Stealers. What they do is roll 2 dice, and if ever they get doubles, it jams. They need a 5 or a 6 to shoot and kill each Gene Stealer. Now, should the Gene Stealer just be exposed and come out and just have his turn where it's completed and that's where he goes, the Terminators get to fire and they have to hit on a 6. So they get to roll 2 dice and have to roll a 6. So in this case, not good enough. That would be 1 action point. That would be 2 action points. On a pair of doubles, of course, as I said, you jam, and that is not cool at all. Not at all. Now, should the Gene Stealer make it all the way to our Terminator, which is more than likely, that would be an assault phase. And what happens is that the Gene Stealer player would get to roll 3 dice, and he takes the highest dice. In this case, a 6. The Space Marine, unfortunately, only gets 1d6 against that. So obviously that would not be good, and he would be removed from the game. Now, their sergeants get +1. Certain power fists get lightning claws get +1 to 2d6. There's different things that they can do to withstand certain close combat, but for the most part, they want to shoot them at a distance. They don't want to get close. There's a lot of great missions. There's a lot of depth in this game. I think this is one of the best games around and has ever been made. If you have a chance to pick this up, I think you'll really enjoy it. We're going to be doing a live play as well as a box opening and paint through of how to paint Gene Stealers and the Terminators. So why don't we send it up top and get my final thoughts? One of my top 3. In my top 3, I love this game. I love the feel of how tough it can be. You don't know what's underneath these blips. There could be nothing. It could be a false blip. There could be 3, and you are constantly looking over your shoulder, and you have your 2 squads, and you want to complete the mission at all costs. Maybe sacrificing a few people, maybe using up your action points early for one guy to maybe get a little farther. Those action points can be used any time that you want. So say you got a guy close to the objective and you've got 3 points, but the other guy could have used the 3 points to kill him. Maybe you just say, okay, we're going to sacrifice you, but we're going to get you in and complete the objective here. There's a lot of strategy to it. There's a lot of thoughtfulness to this. This is a fantastic, fantastic game. If you have the means to get this, it's high quality. The components are ridiculous and they are beautiful. So I highly suggest this game. This game I give a 4.5 stars out of 5. One of my favorite games of all time. Why do I take the ½ star out? Because nothing's really ever perfect, because I want an expansion for it. Give me an expansion for it and I'll move it up to 5. That's it for this week's Review Corner. Until next time, I'm Rob Warren. We'll see you soon. Sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, videos, and written reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, online gaming superstore, thousands of games and minis, discount prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.